We will be working in watercolor, creating snowflakes with white crayon or white pastels. We're celebrating winter and beautiful snowflakes, which are actually symmetrical. You will need watercolor set and a brush, container of water, a white crayon or white pastel, paper towel, or an old wash rag. Okay, let's learn together. Here we go. So with a white crayon, I'd like you to make a line across the middle of your paper. I'm going to color it in a little bit so you can see it. All the way across. You can stop at the ends if you want. I'm going to have you go down. Like you made a plus sign. Nice plus sign. So we have, yeah, that'll work. Crisscross. And now we're going to make a diagonal line across this way because we're making a snowflake. So we have a plus sign. Now we're going to go across. Now, you can press kind of hard on your paper because we want it to show up pretty well when we add paint on top. Okay? And now I'm going to crisscross in this direction so I can see a snowflake. And you can make your line all the way across. And now I seem to have a start of a snowflake. Well, you could put a circle in the middle if you'd like. I'm going to make that nice and dark so I can see it really, really well. You could put some polka dots at the end of your snowflakes. Polka dot, polka dot, polka dot. I'm trying to press really hard. So when I paint, all these little white spots you've made are going to not disappear. They're going to still be there. You probably can't see them very well on your white paper. Maybe on your snowflake you'd like to have little arrows. Sometimes there's like little arrows. Arrow. These are the crystals on the snowflake. I'm going to keep turning. Arrow, arrow. And I'm going to keep going around and around. This is called radial symmetry. Everything comes from the center of the circle in a radius. Maybe in my snowflake or your snowflake, you could add a line this way. And now I'm going to add another line this way. I'm going to turn my paper and I'm going to keep going around and around and around. You can see I'm pressing really hard so my snowflake shows up. I know you can't see it very well on white paper, but that's okay. I'm going to make some other little dots, maybe some more snow in the sky. For a nice big storm. Hopefully we'll get snow before Christmas. Don't worry if you can't see it, that's okay. When we paint on here, you're going to see all those little white marks you made, like magic. You could even write your name in the corner with a white crayon. I'm going to write Miss Kroll. K-R-O-L-L. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think you might be ready too. Maybe you're not quite ready. You can keep working. You can add a big heart in the middle of your snowflake. Maybe I'll try to add a heart. I have to really press and press and press. Oh, hey, that showed up pretty well. And then, friends, we're going to put a snowflake in the blue, purple, dark sky. We might even add a little black today. You might want to have a napkin, okay? Because sometimes you can soak up the extra water on your paper. Right, so friends, I'm going to go into my first color. I think I'm going to go into blue first. I soak my paint set, I pick it up. I think I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to paint in the paper. And you can see wherever I put white crayons, the white crayon does not disappear. I'm going to try that again. I'm going to wash my brush. This time I'm going to go into purple. And I'm going to add purple paint, purple paint, purple paint. And I better dab it up a little bit. I still see my white lines because white crayons are made of wax and they act like they resist. They resist the paint. So we're going to paint in the sky, the whole sky. And then here I'm going to have a little blue. I'm going to wash my brush. I'm going to have purple. And I'm going to wash my brush whenever I'm done. Who wants to put a little bit of a, we'll end with a little black for the sky too, okay? Maybe it's at night. I'm going to keep going into purple and into blue to make it look dark. And I better get my napkin. I'm just going to dab it up. And then you can still see the white. And I'm going to pick up my brush and go into, I think this is blue. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's dark. I think I'm going to take my napkin and dab it up. Put a lot of water in your black so it's not too dark. And here, whoa! That looks like the night sky. And then I'm going to take my napkin and I'm going to dab it up. Ooh. You might want to wait till the end to use black because it is so strong. Look how strong it is. It's the strongest color in the set. Wash your brush. Go into your purples and your blues. Maybe a little green. I'm always using my napkin to dab up the extra water. If you let your paper get way too wet and you don't soak up that extra water, the paper will start to rip, and you do not want to rip your paper. So I'm adding water, and then I'm taking my napkin and I'm carefully dabbing it up, soaking it up. And here's a little darker blue. I kind of like mixing them on top of each other. As long as I'm not mixing my paints within my set. It's looking good. Here we go. Boys and girls, of course, you can use different colors. If you imagine your sky to be a bright morning sky, maybe there's going to be a little orangey pink, a little green, maybe a little yellow. You can be as inventive as you like. Enjoy yourself. And notice that the white crayon or white pastel resists the paint. It means it pushes the paint off of it. And I'm just cleaning up my surface here. I'm going to try another design, crisscrossing the lines in a plus sign. Now I'm adding a diagonal line, turning my paper so I can get a nice clear line, and of course, within every one of these lines, I want to make that same arrow shape. So I'm repeating all the way around. And the best way to do that is to turn your paper. I think I'd like to put something in the center, maybe a circle or a heart. A few more little dots might be fun because I know that they resist the paint. And once again, washing with color over the crayon, which resists the paint. Boys and girls, thank you so much. You're such a wonderful group to work with. I appreciate it.